His Excellency President Barrow has officially launched 3 major agricultural projects valued at over 68.4 million US dollars, aimed at revolutionizing the Gambia's agricultural sector. The initiatives Riot Gambia Program, the P2P2RS Sahel Resilience Initiative, and the Gambia Incentive-Based Risk Sharing System for Agricultural Lending Establishment Project are designed to strengthen food security, enhance resilience to climate change, and promote sustainable farming practices nationwide. The launch event took place at the Sadauda Kairaba Ajara Conference Center and was attended by government officials, agricultural stakeholders, and community representatives. In his remarks, President Barrow underscored the critical role these programs will play in addressing challenges confronting Gambian farmers while fostering economic growth.
These projects collectively value at over 68.4 million US dollars. Mark a turning point in our national quest for agricultural transformation, food sovereignty, and climate resilience. I am confident that their impact will be felt across all corners of the Gambia, particularly in our rural communities. Ladies and gentlemen, my government recognizes agriculture as the backbone of our economy and the key to ending poverty and hunger.
The Deputy Director General and Director of Research and Innovation at Africa Rice outlined the institution's readiness to support the Gambia in achieving food sovereignty through improved rice technologies and sustainable farming systems.
We are specialized in rice-based farming systems. It's not just rice, it can also be associated crops that come along with rice. It can even be, for instance, we see a lot of what we call valleys, inland valleys on the African continent, where even nomads come for grazing their cattle, etc. So it's a very complicated system that we should work together with a lot of knowledge with different institutions. What we can do as an entity is to help build the capacity in your country, is to come share all the knowledge that we have with your institutions. Once we have that, the knowledge in itself is not enough. So we can further assist in implementing, let's say at the pilot scale, with all the actors in the value chain to work together with private sector, with civil societies, with farmers' organizations. But of course, we cannot be here to do the work in the Gambia. It must be your local institutions, it must be your local entities. We can help to set an example, and with that, with the support of the government, you should take it to the next level.
President of the National Farmers Platform, Sirif Bojang, welcomed the new programs, noting that they will align closely with the urgent needs of farmers across the country.
When you talk of a project of this nature, we are talking of self-food sufficiency, because I think most of these projects are geared to food security. Now, when you talk of the PR2, especially the small ruminant component of it, when you talk of the reward, you talk of the rice value chains and so forth. So once we have these things in sufficient and abundance, I think it's all right for the Gambian populace.
The Riot Gambia program focuses on modernizing rice production by introducing state-of-the-art irrigation infrastructure, improved seed systems, mechanization, and better market access. It aims to establish sustainable, private sector-led integrated rice production clusters, directly benefiting 8,000 households and indirectly impacting over 120,000 individuals across the country's 7 agricultural regions. Meanwhile, the P2P2RS Sahel Resilience Initiative seeks to rehabilitate gardens and rice fields, supply agricultural machinery, and improve farmers' access to climate-resilient seeds and fertilizers. The project targets 62,200 vulnerable households across 19 districts, enhancing their capacity to cope with climate change and food insecurity challenges. The GAMSAL project will establish a national risk-sharing mechanism to facilitate farmers' access to credit. It aims to reach 5,000 direct beneficiaries and 20,000 indirect beneficiaries, with women and youth expected to constitute 50% of those empowered through this initiative. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Buba Gajigo.